Well, it's Friday. Good morning and welcome back to the shop. So, today is the perfect day. Yesterday ended up being a very rainy day, but, when the weatherman can tell the weather, then, it would be a different world. So basically, today is going to be perfect. 20 degrees, that's 70 Fahrenheit. It's a little cool right now, but I'm using that to my advantage because that doesn't contain a lot of humidity. So what I'm doing is I am now running the fan. I've gone in, I've wet the floor. I've already used the high pressure nozzle to blow all the surfaces down, the walls down, everything, just trying to get the dust kicked up. And hopefully the fan is now evacuating that dust. Fresh air is coming in through the new filters. I'll go in a couple more times with the high pressure, blow the air around. But once all of that is done, I'm going to start mixing up some paint and we're going to start putting some paint down. Now, just so you know, that first coat that I'm going to be putting down is going to be very light. And it's going to almost look mottled, and that's on purpose. The reason is you're trying to almost create an adhesion layer, right? You don't want to start laying it on thick because you're trying to get it so that you get the smaller particulates are going to grab onto the primer better. And then once you've got that base coat down, then you can start layering on the paint a lot thicker because it's now you're putting it on something that's already tacky. And it's going to be the same thing with the clear coat. It's going to be a very light coat first. It's almost like it becomes like an adhesive, or like on the back of tape, right? So if you had your finger on the back of tape, how sticky it is, you want that stickiness because then you can really lay that coat down heavy after that and it'll adhere, right? It's not gonna run as much. So again, all theory, first car, waiting until about 10 o'clock, about a half an hour from now, we're gonna start painting. I'll see you then. Okay, so third coat is on. Now you might say to yourself, Wally, listen, 3 coats. You don't need 3 coats on the underneath of panels. And you're right, I don't. But because I don't have a roof, I have some extra paint anyways, and I want to see how it lays down 3 coats, even on the underneath, because I'm going to need to do 3 coats probably on the surfaces. So I want to see how it works. So I've laid down 3 coats. Now I'm also going to do clear. Now of course clear, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a light coat on first and then come back with 2 heavier coats. Now again, 3 coats of clear underneath, who cares? Again, I want to see how 3 coats behaves, especially on all the ripply surfaces on the underneath. So it's actually perfect to see if I get runs and things and what I'm doing wrong, because if I get a run underneath, who cares? Now, I'm going to mix up a lot less clear for the first pass because this stuff hardens on its own. I can't wait 15 minutes between clear coats and expect the clear to stay, so that it's not getting hard. So I'm going to mix up a smaller batch of clear, do a light coat again just to get the adhesion, and then I'm going to clear in the gun, let that harden up for about 15 minutes, and then I'll mix up another batch, but this time I'll mix up some more because now we're going to do a heavy coat. So you can see the blue shadows in the background. Everything's blue. Let's get some clear on this thing.
Okay, first coat of clear coat. So again, very light coat. We just want to get that adhesion going. So let's get started. And again, tack ride everything now. It's all flashed off. So we can tack ride this all down and then we hit it with the clear. Okay, second coat of clear. Let's give this a try.
So I've put the second coat of clear on, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to put a third coat underneath everything. I mean, under the valances and stuff, I don't need 3 coats. But first thing I want to say is anybody who paints a car without a respirator, you got to really watch it, because I tell you that you can just see how much of the pigment is airborne and then gets caught in the filter. Now the filters are off. I'm going to turn them back on. But basically what I wanted to show you is the paint and the color. Now obviously it's blue, and that is blue. That's Acapulco blue. But I am amazed on how flat the paint is from the perspective of the the clear coat. I mean, sure, it's got a couple of rough little places here and there, but in all honesty, being underneath, I wasn't able to really clean this stuff up. I mean, when you look at it under here, sanding and cleaning and prepping isn't the same as a flat panel, right? So the fact that I was able to get this type of a contour, get this type of a clean coat of clear coat, I'm totally happy with. So of course the doors are all done. So again, we've got the doors set on the blue. I did, as I said, behind the valances. So again, we've done some behind the valances, and of course underneath the signal indicators and all of the other things that I did. And again, it really doesn't matter so much because, as I mentioned, these things are mostly underneath. The headlight bezels, I just did those as well, just to kind of see how they would turn out. And again, they look gorgeous. So first pass at painting a car, I think, worked out pretty good. I'm going to turn the fan back on. There's a little bit of residue in here. I shouldn't be in here anyways, but I'm going to get out. But I just wanted to give you an update. So I'm going to let all this cure up for the next couple of days. Monday is going to be another gorgeous, beautiful painting day. So what I expect to do on Monday is flip everything over and hopefully start doing some painting. And I'll bring the car back in here and we're going to start doing the trunk and the jams. So next couple of weeks, we might have a painted car. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and I'll see you soon.